Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am back in America, and I'm with my Otis, and he was so excited to see me. I'll be sharing that on my Patreon and my YouTube members. So happy to be back. So happy to be in the thick of it all and just giving you the 411 of our daily soap opera of the imitation of royal life, folks. I'm telling you, we are watching a real life soap opera with Harry and Meghan and these royals with the imitation of royal life. And I'm giving you the breakdown as I see it, trying to bring meaning and understanding to a bunch of wackadoos who don't have a clue about what they are doing. And you're going to get real hard, critical thinking perspectives from me on the information about this couple, because this is what I do. This is what I do. I work with young people, helping them make good life choices. We all need work. We all need to be able to listen and understand and be able to get through this thing called life. And Harry and Meghan don't have a clue, especially Harry. Harry don't have a clue. And now Meghan thinks she had a clue and she thought she was doing a great thing leaving the royal family. But now they are in a royal rut. They are definitely in a position that is not where they thought they would see themselves based on their choices, their life choices. But they made bad, poor life choices. And now they are in a rut with this marriage, with their careers. And I'm just going to break down some things about Meghan screaming at the producers at CBS and how Hollywood doesn't want anything to do with her. They are in a real conundrum. Do you hear me? A conundrum. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So let's get into it, folks. Okay, so this is what is going on. A royal expert we know, historian, has claimed that Harry and Meghan have lost all of their credibility. And this is information that is being reverberated throughout Hollywood and the like, and with people who look at Harry and Meghan, because I'm going to talk to you about how they don't want nothing to do with them. But she's going on to say, to question about Harry's return to the UK, the expert claimed if Harry continues to embarrass the royal family and to make a bit of an exhibition of himself, the public won't like it. And the public not liking this is part of Harry's problem, because the king, the royals in the United Kingdom, they are listening, I believe, to the public because they need their popularity and they have to go by what the public wants, because the public is what dictates the consensus of the moves by the royal family. That's what I think. If they don't do that, then that's not too smart, but you got to look at what the will of the people is, what they want. And they don't want nothing to do with Harry. They're done. Now, this whole story about Meghan screaming at these producers is just a sign. It's a sign of things are not going well. It's a sign of Meghan being hot around the collar. She is feeling the heat about her career not going the way she planned it would go once she left the royal family. And these outbursts and screaming at producers is just showing you are not happy about your life circumstances, because imagine if you're happy and all is good with the world, I'm loving life. You know, something goes wrong, you're like, oh, that's okay. That's okay. I'm living a dream. I'm living the dream. You know, you don't care about these things. But because she's not living the dream, she's not excited and happy, and she's looking at that man, Harry, and thinking, why in the world did I marry this man? Why? Why did I marry him? You know, then she's not happy. And this is when you get these outbursts of what Meghan has done. So Meghan was caught off guard during the CBS special about a question from the 2021 Oprah interview, where she blew off the producers for the unscripted moment. Royal biographer Angela Levin revealed to Dan Wooten that Meghan was absolutely furious and angry at the producers for not telling her about what was going to be asked. And this is the moment during the interview when she answered that question. Let's take a look.
Two of you, this is, it's a modest beginning. You know, it's not an army of parents yet. But what are your ambitions?
I think you have to start somewhere. I think the simplest thing that anyone watching this, or anyone who's able to make change, to look at it through the lens of, what if it was my daughter? What if it was my son? My son or my daughter who comes home, who are joyful, who I love, and one day, right under my roof.
I went over this video. I talked about it already, but the fact that it's come out that she really went off on these producers really gives me the 411 of the information about Hollywood and about how Meghan sees her whole career tanking. She sees it happening, and these outbursts that come with the CBS interview shows you she can't handle when things don't go her way. And imagine how she's feeling now that they are not going her way, because this is what's going on. They continue to try to suck up to Hollywood elites with no success. It's not going well for them. So with everything that is going on, Meghan is actually finally realizing now that she's not going to get A-lister status. She's realizing it's not going to happen, and she is having to come to the realization that she's going to have to settle for a D-list actress or D-lister, period. She's not going to make A-list. It's not going to happen for her, folks. And she knows it. And this is why she is settling for being a D-lister. Pretty much what I said before. Just pick up where you left off with before you married Harry, because you were already a D-lister then when you were on that cable show. You're just picking up with Harry now as your handbag. He's the luggage. He's the reason why you have to continue doing what you're doing in California and settling to be a D-lister, because he could not even get you to A-list status. And she was able to do D-list on her own. She didn't need Harry for that. She did not need Harry to be a D-lister. And now she's got this hanging on by a thread of a man that she has to act like she wants to be with him and still have this mediocre career. The girl is furious. Now, Harry's attempt to transition into Hollywood has been met with varying degrees of scrutiny and challenges. Moving from the structured world of British royalty to the competitive and often unpredictable entertainment industry presented hurdles to the pair, even when Meghan's past acting experiences. So their shift involves not only adjusting to different roles and public expectations, but also competing with established actors and personalities already entrenched in Hollywood. Furthermore, the public's perception of their move from royalty to entertainment figures adds another layer of complexity, with their motives and abilities frequently questioned. So this is what Hollywood is saying, essentially, that is all about the money, and the big power players in Hollywood aren't jeopardizing their businesses for Harry and Meghan. They're not going to do it. I've told you this before. The publicists that work for these big A-listers have been told that you cannot be seen with Harry and Meghan, because that will affect your marketability, because they are poison in Hollywood, and Meghan knows it. She knows it, and she is feeling the brunt of her success that she thought she was going to have dwindle. This is why you have this outburst from this interview with the CBS producers about when they deviated from the script, because Meghan can't go off script. She has to be very calculating about everything she does, which shows us that she calculated even her marriage to Harry. We already know that was calculated. So the fact that this happened with the CBS producers and Meghan screaming and really upset shows us that Meghan sees herself not doing well amongst the Hollywood A-listers, because she cannot get people to even come on her show. Now, we know she's going to have the release of her show later this year for her show with family and friends, this cooking show on Netflix. We'll see which friends have showed up. But apparently, she's not really in the company of big-time A-listers, people that really want to be within her company, and she knows it's going to affect how well she is to do in Hollywood. It's like everything to her to have this A-list status. And she sees it's not going to happen, folks. Not gonna happen. And she's upset about it. Paula Froelich told an outlet last July the French executive pointed out how longtime Sussex pal Oprah Winfrey has also jumped ship and frozen out the Montecito royals. So even Oprah is done with them. Because you think about it, why didn't Oprah do this CBS interview? They got Jane Pauley to do it, who got this new Sunday morning show. She couldn't even get the Oprah again. And it's like these signs are showing her that she's done. The Royal Observer previously reported on many big-name Hollywood elites avoiding Harry and Meghan, and the reason stems from the town's love of British royalty and pageantry, which reportedly has the likes of Steven Spielberg, Rob Lowe, and others ignoring Team Sussex to stay on Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales's side. And this is where Meghan has gone wrong. Because William and Catherine have said nothing. They haven't put out a book. They haven't done a Netflix documentary. They have just held firm to what they do best. And this has caused Meghan and Harry to lose all credibility in Hollywood. And Meghan is losing her ever-loving mind, folks. The girl is hot. She is upset and furious. They are screwed. Royally screwed, because you don't have a backup plan. What's your backup plan? Your backup plan is just to be a D-lister. And that's what I believe Meghan is going to do. She's going to try to just be a D-lister and not try to be an A-lister. And even in being a D-lister, she's going to not be happy. The success of anything that she does is going to be contingent on how well she's perceived by the public. And the Hollywood people, they're no longer really vouching for Meghan, because we all know Hollywood is about who you know. And if you don't have people in Hollywood that are on your side, that are really vouching for you, saying, oh, so-and-so's okay, they're good people, then you've got nothing. Your career is down the toilet. Celebs also avoided avoided Meghan at the Hampton Summit. When Meghan was at the Women's Business Summit, reportedly they were dodging Meghan. They did not want to be caught in a photo with Meghan. The G9 Ventures Summer Summit, hosted by the power broker Amy Griffith, the Duchess of Sussex, was seen in photos mingling with fashion designer and pal Misha Nunu, along with makeup mogul Bobby Brown. Noticeably absent, however, were any snaps of Markle with event attendees Gwyneth Paltrow, Reese Witherspoon, or Diane Sawyer. News Nation's Paula Froelich reported. Now, they know that if they are in the picture with Meghan, it is a tacit approval of her that she can use to promote herself, because we know she'll do it. And she'll also try to get you to be on her podcast. She'll try to, if you take a picture with her, show any sign of trying to show kindness to Meghan, she'll be like, oh, by the way, would you come on my show? Can I be your friend? Because they know it's not going to be a simple photo. It's going to be a follow-up to trying to do something with them. And they're like, let's just avoid it altogether. No photos. Thank you very much. Now, Meghan, she can show up at events where they are at. She can move into the neighborhood, but they are not friends. They are not going to be your friend, Meghan, because they see you coming a mile away. They see it. And I think the fact that you are not really considered royal makes people not want to be on your side. They want to be with the real royals, not the rogue royals, not the royals that are perpetrating and the fraud of all the things that you said about the real royals. They don't want nothing to do with that. Sources previously have said that Markle flew in from Santa Barbara with entrepreneur Jamie Kern Lima for the one-day summit, where she was looking to network with female founders and get any tips ahead of officially launching her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. Were requests from Paltrow, Witherspoon and Sawyer to respond to comments about these questions around Meghan, and they have not responded since this report has come out. And so it really is looking like Harry and Meghan, both of them, are royally screwed. Meghan is not happy with Harry. Harry is not happy about his circumstances. I do know that he's going to be getting this influx of money and when he turns 40 in September. However, that's not much compared to what they need to live off on. And so as we see them try to make it in Hollywood, you're watching their downfall. And this outburst from this CBS interview is just proof that Meghan is definitely in a position where she is falling from grace ever so royally, as we would say, because that's what she thinks she is. So go ahead, girl, and fall royally. Go ahead and royally fall the way you're going to fall, because that's all you really have to your name. Is everything that you've tried to do has landed on a big flop. And that's what you deserve because of how you have treated other people. And we're all about respect and love and being just decent to people, which Meghan and Harry haven't quite learned to do. So they're basically getting exactly what they deserve. Peace and love. I will see you in the next one. So happy to be back.